can talk about, I want to, now, all you know that I got into segmented turning, and I got into it pretty good for quite a while. And let me have those. Again, I'll do 2 segments. That's burn. Yeah, those are burn. That's a burn detail around if you want to look at it. Thank you. I'm sorry. My able assistant here, Chelsea, where they are. My sidekick. Okay. And I'm going to talk a little bit about segmented turning. Simple, you know, fairly simple, just like the box. Fairly simple thing. So again, and this is pre the 93 symposium, and we talked about these forms already. We don't have to talk about them again. And then when I came home from the symposium, I started doing things like this, okay, like that. Now, and that's from just sitting in Ray Allen's lecture one day or 2 days. It might have been one day. Now, again, fairly complicated. Oh, the damn prices on here. I hate prices on here. Anyway.
How much was that, Jeff?
I don't want it. It's on here. You'll see it. I can't get it off, and I'll pass this around.
If you pass it around, Jim, we can lower the price.
Yes.
Are you willing to negotiate?
Again, now there's 12 segmented things, but these are, I learned how to make these points, how to do the points, and also the idea. Now each of these is 12 of these little blocks, and they're all constructed individually and then put together, and then made into rings. Now you all you have done Pete Schultheis's class. You can understand what's going on here. Those of you who haven't, you can see pretty much what's going on here. This is all done, but not like Pete. I do everything on a chop saw, on a miter saw. I don't use a table saw. The only thing I use a table saw is to make the stock. To make the stock true to use to construct all of these pieces. Again, form is not good. This form is not very good. Also, the rim is ambiguous. I needed to make it. What I like to do now is make rims that are definite. There's a definition between the rim and the side of the ball. This has no definition other than the change of color. In other words, when you have a ball, a rim, you can see that. I don't think it's good to leave things like this without a definite thing going on here. Again, I still got the chuck in here. All right, still got the chuck. But you know, it's more complicated.
Jim, you're not going to the face as being the chuck, but it's a way that you hold on to it.
It's the way I hold it on, but I got to get rid of it.
I mean, it's not a totally.
You should not have it there.
Huh?
It should not be there. Should not be there.
No.
No, gone. Should not be there.
How would you improve this? Would you put what, tape on the bottom?
Yeah, I would I'll open it up more on the top and made it tighter on the bottom. It's the same. The top and the bottom are exactly the same. There's no, you know, it's a barrel. I love to make barrels. It was my thing, barrels. And that's what it is, it's a barrel. Then, let's see, we went on.
Jim, what people are saying is that they are still doing what you're telling them, and they're in their head saying, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. Because it's hard to get rid of that.
Yes, look, another one. It's the wide barrel. Here's another barrel.
Should join
Okay?
OPEC.
You can pass that around. If anybody wants to see these things, pass them around. This one here, though, I have to say, if you look at the pattern, the pattern is outside the box. Okay? And when I started doing things like this, I started going outside the box. Not the standard Greek key and all the other things that they used to do on these segmented turnings. I found this design in a magazine on pottery, and it's a Hopi Indian design that I incorporated in here. And it took two blocks to complete the whole design.
Jim, can I
Yeah.
ask you, I find that hard for me to conceptualize myself to create something like that. Was this by experimentation or?
No, I drew it. I used graph paper. And what I would do is I would draw out the pattern I wanted on graph paper, and then cut everything to scale. All this was cut on a chop saw. All of these are individual pieces. Each block has individual pieces, different lengths, and I can't get into everything right now. The assembly of these things is takes a while. I've done it here. And I know many of you guys knew and you probably never saw it, and I don't think I'll be able to. But just so you can see it, again, poor design. I mean, the design is nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like this piece. But again, the rim, there's no distinction on the rim. The bottom is very thick. This was done in '94. Right, this is '94. Oak and walnut. You can pass that. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, I'm just gonna go through this again. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay? Finally, I'm getting somewhere. I'm starting to see something. My eye is starting to see these shapes now. The other stuff, I could care less about. But right now I'm starting to see that I can see the form, and I'm getting there. I'm starting to get there. And again, I don't have these big pieces of wood. I'm still gluing the wood up, to do this. But I'm getting there. And I think that what helps a lot is that I actually drew the shape in order to figure out how big the rings had to be in order to retain it. And I think that helped me. I started to draw the shape on paper and try to make the wood work to make that shape. And I think that's what was helping me. Another thing about this one here is the random design that goes around the center on the feature rings here. This was also outside the box. The only thing about it is I should have left the lighter color wood all the way around the top and the bottom, and not brought the dark right up to the lines. I should have left a space around, because you kind of lose it. But speaking of this this design repeats 3 times around the ball. What I started doing after this was making bowls, whole bowls, just with a design on them. And the lines would go up and down and around and all cockeyed and go up all the way around the whole piece. I sold all of those. I don't have any of those left. But that was interesting, and I wish I had those. Now you can pass that around.